Hello, Panther families. Welcome to Parent University, your guide for empowering student success. I'm your host, Katie Deering. Back to school season can feel exciting and at times a little overwhelming. This overview is a bit longer than other Parent University sessions as we're covering all the must-know items to make sure your child is ready for the first day of school at Midlothian High School.
Each grade level has a designated time for schedule and device pickup. 10th through 12th graders will pick up all necessary back-to-school items on Friday, August 1st at specific times listed. Incoming 9th graders will receive all their necessary back-to-school items during Panther Camp on August 4th from 5 o'clock to 7:30.
At scheduled pickup, students will receive their class schedule, Chromebook, ID badge, and parking pass if needed. Here are a couple of important reminders. Students must be fully registered in Skyward to receive a schedule. If registration isn't complete, a schedule will not be available. Students with outstanding fines from the previous school year will need to resolve those before receiving their schedule.
Before school begins, every family must complete the annual registration process in Skyward. This includes verifying contact information, confirming emergency contacts, uploading proof of residency, and signing district-required documents. Ensuring that your email address is current and active will help you stay plugged in when I send communication and other newsletters throughout the school year. Completing registration ensures that your student receives a schedule and device on time. If you're not sure whether your registration is complete, please check Skyward to see if your student is registered. If you are a new-to-district family, please go to Midlothian ISD website and click on New Student Enrollment. If your student has outstanding fines from the previous school year, you can pay one of two ways. Log into Skyward and click on Fees and Payments for each of your children to pay right there online. If you are paying online, you must complete this step at least 24 hours before scheduled pickup in order for your student to receive a copy of their schedule on that day. The second way you can pay is with cash or check when you arrive at scheduled pickup. Our staff would be happy to assist with any difficulties, so please give us a call with any questions.
At MHS, safety and accountability are priorities, and that starts with student ID badges. All students are required to wear their current school-issued ID badge around their neck at all times on campus every day. Badges are used for everything from checking out library books to buying lunch, accessing district transportation, and identifying students quickly in the case of an emergency. If your student loses their ID badge, they can purchase a replacement in the front office or any of the admin offices for $5. If a student forgets their ID badge at home, temporary badges can be purchased for $1. Wearing an ID badge is part of the MISD adopted student dress code. As such, students who repeatedly forget their ID badge may receive disciplinary consequences, so we recommend they keep it in their backpack when they get home.
If your student plans to drive to school, they must have a valid parking permit before parking on campus. Parking permits are available for purchase at scheduled pickup. In order to purchase a parking permit, students will need to provide a valid driver's license, proof of insurance with both the vehicle and the student listed as insured, the make, model, and license plate of the vehicle, and $45 cash or check. Once the pass is issued, it should be displayed on the front windshield at all times. Students are not permitted to park on campus without a parking permit. Fines and/or discipline consequences may result from violating this policy. As a reminder, students parking on campus are responsible for the contents of any vehicle driven by the student. This includes family vehicles, rentals, etc. Vehicles on campus are considered an extension of the student driver, which means that the student code of conduct applies to any item or action in the vehicle.
We know students sometimes have questions or concerns about their schedule once it's released. While we do our best to build schedules that match each student's requests and academic needs, there are a few limited situations where schedule changes may be approved. A missing class period on the schedule, enrollment in a duplicate course such as English 2 listed twice, placement in a course the student has already completed for credit, Level change requests such as from pre-AP to on-level courses or vice versa, and that's based on academic need and counselor approval. Seniors missing a graduation requirement. Though schedule changes won't take place during scheduled pickup, there will be a form where your student can submit any issues that may be resolved before the first day of school. Feel free to reach out to your student's counselor with any questions about the process.
The first few days of school can feel like a whirlwind, especially on a big campus like MHS. Here are a few quick tips to help your student start the year off right. First, arrive early during the first week of school. Traffic and parking will be heavier than usual, and arriving a few minutes ahead of the bell gives students time to find their classrooms and get all settled in. Second, make sure you bring all of the essentials on day one: an ID badge, Chromebook and charger, a copy of your schedule, both on the Skyward app would work, or a paper copy, and then any school supplies that you might need, something to write on or write with for sure. Also, it's really important that your student wears their ID visibly every single day. It's required for building access and safety purposes. Plus, it's just a law in the state of Texas. Students can use the hallway signs and ask for help. Teachers and staff will be stationed around campus to guide students who get lost or need help finding their classes. Also, parents, make sure you stay plugged in. Turn on those notifications in Skyward and Canvas. Check them both regularly during the first couple of weeks while things get situated. Also, don't panic about schedule questions. We know there may be some small adjustments early on. Encourage your student to just follow their current schedule, and you can email your student's counselor if anything seems off. Also, pack a water bottle and a little patience. The first week is all about adjusting. Things will smooth out quickly, and we're here to help every single step of the way. No question is too small or too big. A confident, prepared start can set the tone for a successful year. Thank you for joining us for Parent University. We're excited to welcome your student back to campus, and we're ready for an amazing year. If you still have questions, don't hesitate to reach out, or you can reference the Panther Press newsletter for additional information. Go to and go Panthers!